Hi, thank you for joining me here, and I'd like to talk about a little bit about vagus nerves. Let's have a little bit of a short practice as well, and for more you can read on my latest blog post called Vagus Nerves 1-to-1. So the vagus nerves are the longest, I always have to show, the longest nerves, the 10th cranial nerve in our bodies, and they're also called a wanderer. And they wander from the brain stems all the way down through the neck, through the chest, the lungs, the heart, and arrive sort of into the gut. About 80% of these vagus nerves, they carry information upwards. And upwards means from here, from your gut. So it's really important that parts that we have here, and then moves that information into the lungs, into the heart, and into the brain. So the vagus nerves are responsible to, or they activate our parasympathetic response, our rest and digest. So we move into the calming state, and they're responsible for regulating our heart rate, digestion, also the breathing and immune response. And they are sort of they're sending signals to your brain between your internal organs. So I've got actually goosebumps, but it is such an important nerve. And I think this hasn't been talked about it, let's say 10, 20 years ago. And even now from the doctors and anyone who is really interested, how can we activate those nerves? What do they do? It's sometimes it's like a journey that we all learn how our body works. And sometimes the smaller practices, they are the best and the most sustainable. I know there is a vagal nerve stimulation already out there on the markets as well. But this is so simple, so free, and also you learn how to work with your body, how to adapt, how to calm yourself, because that's what it is. We want it to be calm so we can so we can rest, so we can restore, so our digestion can work better. I'm sure you heard about it. Body has an incredible ability to heal itself if we allow enough a time and a space. So come with me to just a little bit of practice. So we'll do a little bit of the breathing, four things: a little bit of the breathing into the belly, and we include a little bit of the hashing sound to the back of the throat, and then we do a little bit of humming, and then gently pulling our ears and then forward fold. So 5 things. And this shouldn't take you, if you practice this, it shouldn't take you longer than about, I don't know, 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes. So it's not a long practice. And then you can have this as your daily practice, either at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. So I am actually sitting on a bolster, so you can sit anywhere. Something, always elevate your pelvis. This is really helps to lengthen our spine. Actually, I'm going to change my legs like this. I've got a blanket as well under my calves. I always like that. So it's really, it really helps to soften the feet, the ankles. And then I'm just going to bring my hands here. So I wouldn't do this because suddenly you start putting pressure onto your shoulders. Drop the shoulders, relax your hands. If you're tired, as is a wall is a great support to have. And then we're going to go breathing in, rise the belly. So what you're doing, you're actually breathing into the hands, and then breathe out. And when you're breathing out, let that belly fall. So what it does, it's falling into your lower back. So you breathe in, and we're going to do it about 10 times. And then breathe out. Now at the moment, so keep breathing. At the moment, I'm opening the mouth as we exhale. So this is I found this around my clients, my students, that it feels a little bit of easier when you're settling in. So breathe out through the mouth, drop the shoulders. You don't have to really taking a forceful breath, because sometimes when you take a forceful breath, the shoulders lift. So just breathing into the belly and actually drop the shoulders, or let the shoulders be relaxed there. Just breathe into your hands, like you really want to breathe into your hands consciously, and then breathe out. Now, I like to carry on, and we're going to close the mouth, and you breathe it to the back of your throat. So breathe in, and then as you're breathing out, do the hashing sound to the back of the throat. That will extend your exhalation, which is more calming one. So again, breathe in, and then we breathe to the back of the throat, and the navel draws inwards. It's like you're connecting here and to the navel. Breathing in, and then breathing out. And you can see that my eyes are closed because I can connect with what's really happening, what's changing, connecting to my throat, connecting to my breath, connecting to my belly. So now we're really starting increasing the vagal tone, allowing the body to move more into the calming state. Breathe in. Okay, so I would do this 10 times each. Then we're going to place the hands here. For those who are practicing breathing with the crossed legs, I would move away from the wall. So you start really create alertness into your body, and then your thumb and index finger together, just to sharpen that concentration. For those who is really new, just stay leaning towards the wall for that humming. And then it's really simple. We'll take a breath. So we're not oming, we're humming. Everybody can do that. So you breathe in, and then you try to draw the navel in towards the spine as you're breathing. And again, you can do this 10 times. And then fourth one is just pulling your earlobe down. This is called auricle nerve, or Arnold's nerve, they call it as well. And when you're gently pulling down, again, I would use a little bit of the belly draws in. So you exhale, then let it go as you inhale. Gently pull. Gently shake. Shake through your arms. And the last one, we'll just stand, and then we'll just do forward fold. And the forward fold you can do by the wall, so your sit bones can rest if you feel really tired. And then always, this is not stretching through the hamstring. This is a let the body to almost relax that down towards the earth. So this is just hanging your head, hanging your arms, head is below the heart. Breathing out, nice and long.
And you can swap between breathing out through the mouth and breathing into the back of the throat. We call this ujjayi breath. So you're breathing out, you're really creating the hashing sound, really stimulating those vagus nerves. Do the same thing with your navel as it draws into the spine, so it protects our spine and your lower back. If feels nice to move a little bit with the arms, then just a move or circling or swaying from side to side. And then slowly roll yourself up. Okay, so come all the way up, roll through your shoulders, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, do read this vagus nerves 1-to-1 blog post, and I'll drop more details about my next restorative immersion that we practice this more on the 90 minutes, and other stuff like retreat if you're interested. I really focus on that because I believe that down-regulating nervous system is really important, and we need that. We are just too overstimulated in this world, and it really helps us to bring ourselves into the equilibrium, into the balance, and calming ourselves from this busy, crazy, non-stop life, very stimulated life we live in. So thank you for being here, and see you soon.